Can someone explain to me why there's idle capacity in the U.S. manufacturing machine base?
We're here at MC Squared 2015 with Drura Parrish, the founder and CEO of MakeTime. Drura, thanks for being with us today.
Russ, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Your presentation this morning was very interesting, talking about distributed manufacturing, but can you kind of give us a quick overview of what the one takeaway you really want to be?
Yeah, the one takeaway is that it's easier to do than people think it is. We spend a lot of time and effort in hardware and software technologies and the science behind it, when most of that is already done and accessible by a web layer for most people.
So distributed manufacturing is relatively easy for a tech audience to understand. Do you have challenges getting that concept across to a manufacturing audience?
Yes and no. They understand the underlying problem, which fuels a distributed manufacturing conversation, which is some people have machines, some people need machines. Once you get them to understand that everybody's speaking the same language and have the same needs, it's fine. Then you go into a conversation about the nuances in between.
What's a typical manufacturer that you interface with? Describe them.
Yeah. So you're like just post like second, third generation machine shop somewhere in the middle of Ohio, has 20 to 30 machine centers, different range of capabilities, just above a job shop, just below like a hardcore OEM dependent supplier.
So from your perspective or from MakeTime's perspective, do you have an opinion on the state of underlying architecture and kind of the fundamental underpinnings of what you guys envision for the distributed manufacturing future? Are you comfortable with the state of affairs there?
Very good question. I think the state of affairs is optimistically moving forward. I think we have all the beginnings of technology in play that will need, I think, further development to be implemented to a broader audience. I think the one thing that is lacking serious consideration is the education of the people of what's available to them. I think once there's a foothold and things are translated, as you kind of put it before, to a shop level where people can have a conversation about the tools, then I think we're looking at a real breakthrough.
It's interesting you say education. That's obviously a very hot topic in manufacturing almost all the time. Workforce development. Is there a workforce development angle to distributed manufacturing?
Absolutely. If you don't have an educated workforce, you don't have distributed manufacturing.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is that all too often in a typical hierarchical supply chain, we look for people to do only their part. Distributed manufacturing inherently is built on the ability of agent bodies to do multiple tasks in multiple different ways, right? So there has to be a flexibility, kind of a trust that there's an inherent knowledge base within the machinist, and also a trust and a knowledge in the management to be able to understand that their machinists are capable to do these things.
Thanks, Drura, for being with us on IMTSTV. It's been great having you here at MC Squared.
Thank you, Russ.
I'm Russ Waddell for IMTSTV from MC Squared 2015 in Chicago.